Hopefully you can hear this, but we will give it a go. So that's a bunch of information. Hopefully we won't be... No, we probably won't be using that at the moment. Same briefing again. Flight is delayed to start. That's not a good start. Okay. We're in. Simple little F4. Simple. Still rather complex F14A.
Hi. My name is Greg Gale, but you probably know me as Reflected. Let go of the stick, sit back, relax, and let me say a few words before you start her up. First of all, I would like to thank you for purchasing Fear the Bones, my story-driven campaign for the Hebler F14A Tomcat. I hope you'll have as much fun playing it as I had building it. This is an intro tutorial mission that will help you understand the background story and provide context to the campaign. Your name is Lieutenant Commander Martin Brody, call sign Jaws. A Top Gun graduate, you've been flying with VF-84 since 1985. For the last 3 years, your Rio has been Lieutenant David Pittman, aka Jester. During this time, the two of you haven't only become an efficient team, but also very good friends. You are aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt, steaming east on the Black Sea. She was on her way to Athens for a scheduled port call when the USS Valley Forge cruiser had an accident 40 miles off the coast of the Soviet Union. The Big Stick, as the sailors call her, was immediately diverted to the area to provide air cover to the damaged ship. Albeit disappointed for skipping the port call, you and your fellow squadron members are excited about the new mission. Ghost, Pyro, Caveman, Grip, Elvis, and Glory are all hoping to meet some Soviet aircraft in the air. By tomorrow morning, the Valley Forge will be in range. Therefore, the captain has ordered all aircrew to nightfall before things may get more serious. Now start her up, decks to the cap, and launch. I will guide you through this first mission.
Let's get some
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Yeah.
Chief, copy. Connect ground air supply.
Crank an engine.
Jaws,
Copy.
Jester.
Hey, how's it going? Saw you guys nailed that 3-wire.
Hell yeah, we did.
Me?
What about the others?
Elvis and Glory just launched. Ghost and Pyro are scheduled in 30 mics. They're down in Ready Room 7 arguing about something stupid as usual. Alright, see you guys later.
Good luck. We'll be watching you on the plat.
So the
I think you haven't armed your ejection seat.
which we might be able to
Closing
see
canopy. Check.
just there. Well, the camera itself is in the deck. It shows you if you're on glide slope to land on the carrier, which is kind of important. Engage the backup SAI. Now let's
Jaws, we don't have a whole lot of fuel to play with. It should be just enough for a quick lap. Don't worry, Chester. It's only Elvis and Glory up there. We should trap within 30 minutes top.
Yeah, that is very much not much fuel, which is going to be an issue because I am not great when it comes to carrier landings, but you know. So they want us on button 7. Yep. So we've got we've got NVGs, which is good. Got both engines up. And Jester's just starting the alignment now. Now we could cheat and add more fuel, but we're not going to. Likewise, we could cheat and jettison the tanks as soon as we get airborne, but unless we run really low, we're probably not going to. But I am going to drop the bingo fuel down to about 2,000 pounds, which is enough for a couple of passes. Really not many. Let's bring up the knee board, see if we can get TACAN is 59 X-ray. Let's come down here. 59 X-ray air to air. Oh, sorry, not air to air. Just normal, and look, pointing at the thing, which is good. TACAN is working. Be a pretty poor start to the mission if we can't even get TACAN. That's the rad out on, which is good. Put that on. Probably should adjust the QFE of the altimeter. So it looks like we've got some stars, but it's pretty much pitch black out there, which is scary. But anyway, let's see how well the landing goes.
Takeoff checklist, brakes.
Oh, I think I was meant to install a bunch of kneeboard cards. Well.
All right, ready to taxi.
There's our steering is on. Cat 3 is the easiest one, so taxi here.
Check okay, keep the water pressure up. Fuel. Normal feed, auto transfer, dump off, feed tanks full, bingo set. Canopy down, lights out. Lights out up here. Seat arms, top and bottom, command eject aft. Time arm, top and bottom, showing MCO in the window. Staff. Hold on. All circuit breakers set. All minor set. Master test.
We're going to skip it, it's not actually modeled.
By die. Normal. Compass. Compass sync, standby gyro erect. Wings.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to have out. Get the wings out. And once the wings are out, we can drop the flaps.
20 degrees, auto, both lights out. Flaps and slats. Control down. Spoilers and anti-skid. Spoiler module on, spoiler brake off. Trim. Set. Harness locked. Lights locked. Control.
jump out of the controls, check that everything's moving. And check this side as well.
Here comes the wipeout. Left, right, forward. Feels good. All warning and caution lights out.
We got launch bar, which is right.
Line are out. Ready to go? Ready.
Set all these on, and that should launch us. So we just turned our exterior lights on. Drop the HUD brightness down a bit.
Good shot. Departure Pontiac 3 airborne.
So we can get our gear and flaps up.
Gear up, flaps up. Now climb straight ahead at 300 knots, crossing 5 nautical miles at 1500 AGL or above. At a distance of 7 nautical miles, start turning right to place yourself in a 10 nautical mile radius circle around the ship. Use TACAN to maintain the distance. Being the hotshot fighter jock that you are, you will be expected to follow Navy procedures throughout the campaign, and this is the first and the last time I'll tell you what to do. You can find a copy of the T-45 Carrier Ops Flight Instruction Manual in the documentation folder to refresh your memory.
So I'm doing a big circle, big right hand circle, 10 miles from the carrier. It shouldn't be too hard. I've just got to climb like 300 knots, so go up a little bit more. Go into cruise mode, I guess. I don't even know if we've got gun rounds aboard.
Departure Pontiac 3 arcing.
So I guess that means we meant to start our turn round.
Pontiac 3 departure, copy. Climb to Angels 8, depart on the 250. Pontiac 3, roger, departing radial 250, climbing to Angels 8.
Angels 8. They told us we had to be higher than that.
Climb to 8,000 feet, flying along the 10 nautical mile arc around the ship, keeping it at your 3 o'clock position. Just before reaching the 250 radial, meaning when you're at 250 from the ship, turn left 90 degrees, then fly straight heading 250. This time, I will tell you when to initiate your turn.
Okay. So what we're going to look at, the needle there that's split in half. We're going to put that on the 3 o'clock position. We're also going to level out here at 8,000 feet, or a little low. So once it's on the 3 o'clock position, we're then going to level off the turn so that we can hold the that's right. You got the wrong one. So we'll set the altitude hold autopilot on. It should hold us here. A little far from the carrier, so we'll have to turn in. Let's see if we can see it with these night vision goggles that we've got. So I'm not sure which of the stroby things it is. So at 250 radial will be when the back of this needle is at 250. And see how the needle is forward at the 3 o'clock position? That means we're closing on the ship. which is what we sort of want to do at the moment, because we're coming up on 10 miles now. Get this turn going. I'm going to come down the throttle a bit to save some fuel, because we do not need to be flying around at Mach 0.9. Wings fall back in an orbit around the carrier. Possibly just a little bit excessive doing that. That's likely to be the carrier there. Not the strobe lights, the plane lights in the back.
Slowly start turning left to a heading of 250.
So we're a heading of 250 away from the boat. Back of this needle is at 250. So we'll start turning onto it. Apologies for that, I just had to take a phone call. And my pause button wasn't working. Okay, I don't know.
Departure, Pontiac 3 established outbound. Pontiac 3, departure. Roger, contact Marshall. Pontiac 3, switching to Marshall.
So we've got to change our radio to button 17 now.
Marshall, Pontiac 3, 250 for 15, Angels 8.
Not quite.
Pontiac 3, case free recovery, altimeter 2984. Marshall on 250, 24, Angels 9. Expected final bearing is 071. Expected approach time 10. Pontiac 3 copies altimeter 29.84. Marshall on the 250, 24, Angels 9. Expected approach time 10.
So I didn't catch what the course was.
This means you need to climb to 9,000 feet and orbit 24 miles from the ship on the 250 radial in a 6-minute left-hand racetrack pattern at max conserved fuel flow, waiting for your turn to land. In the rest of the missions, all you need to do after leaving the carrier's airspace is to ask Jester to select the next waypoint, follow the bug on your VDI, and climb to your assigned altitude. If you do this, the events will unfold as they were meant to. This is a night qual, so there are no waypoints.
Pontiac 3 established, Angels 9.
So we're not quite.
Now, look what the cat dragged in. You guys here to join the party? Elvis, Glory, how's it hanging? You know, big and hairy, hard to carry. According to the original plan, by now I should be in bed with a Greek hottie with a curly black hair. Yet here we are doing night quals in the middle of nowhere. Couldn't be better. Be realistic, dude. You would probably be in bed with the latest issue of Playboy magazine and a pack of Kleenex. Oh, shut up, Glory. Captain's orders. By tomorrow morning, the air wing has to be ready for whatever may happen. Bet we'll even see some Soviet planes up close. Amen to that, brother.
So not being very precise about how we're meant to be doing this, but we'll get it done, maybe, hopefully. Just going to hold here. We're a little bit far from the thing, and we should be doing a racetrack, so may as well try and do it properly. So a 6-minute racetrack, do a 2-minute turn according to this thing.
Your signal is Charlie, contact approach. Pontiac 2 commencing out of Angels 8, state 4.5, switching approach.
State is very much not 4.5. That's alright, we can ignore that. Actually, that's probably another aircraft, is probably what that is. Because we're at Angels. We're even closer to Angels 10 than Angels 9. Oh, racetrack.
Each mission comes with special kneeboard pages. One with all the crucial information such as waypoints, altitudes, tasks, radio frequencies, TACAN, weather, and so on. Make sure you read it in order to ensure you complete the mission as planned. You are at the right altitude, tuned to the right radio channel, doing what you're supposed to do. There's another page with a map to help you visualize the flight plan, as well as a few pages of F14A startup checklist. Detailed instructions are also given in each mission briefing.
So it looks like I'm going to have to find and install these new boards because they're not... Oh no. Here we go. So, we'll be doing...
Your signal is Charlie. Contact approach. Pontiac 3, roger.
So that's us. I'm going to start heading us towards the boat.
Approach, Pontiac 3, checking in. Pontiac 3, final bearing is 071.
Zero.
Establish a 4,000 feet per minute rate of descent at 250 knots.
So we're going to have to slow down and slow that descent down.
When you reach the platform, that is 5,000 feet, reduce your rate of descent to 2,000 feet per minute, then maintain an altitude of 1,200 feet.
We've got to go down to 1,200. Let's get the landing page up. So the radar altimeter should get on soonish. Close that page over because I need to focus on everything else at the moment. A little slow. So taking our altitude, which you can see here, down to 1,200. I'm pretty sure we're also meant to be heading towards the boat, so we're heading towards the boat. I'm also going to drop our hook. Drop it early so I don't forget it later. So much rather I've done it early than bolt it because I forgot it. Also need to switch that over to that. ILS is channel 11. Oh, we're way low. Glad I caught that then.
You're at 10 miles, time to dirty up. Also, reduce your speed to cross 6 DME at 150 knots.
So, we're going to start getting onto the ILS localizer. We're going to bring our speed down, get our gear and our flaps down. That's what they mean by dirty up, nothing inappropriate. Okay, so we're actually a little high now. That's right, because our glide slope's actually even higher than us.
Outback, wave off. 99 aircraft, return to your assigned altitudes in the Marshall stack. Pontiac 2's right gear collapsed on landing. Your signal is maximum serve.
Uh-oh.
Pontiac 3, roger, switching to Marshall.
So, gonna have to get our gear and flaps up. That's a pain. So we need to get 250 knots, 24 miles, Angels 9. Stand by for instructions. Now our fuel is quite low. pretty much on the 250 radio now. So let's bring it out. Going out to...
In most missions, you will be given the option to tune into the radio. You will hear a sound and get a message when it becomes available. This is meant to help pass the time during uneventful parts of the mission, and also to help you get that late 80s feeling. To further increase immersion, I created a Spotify playlist with my favorite 80s songs. It will surely put you in the right mood for this campaign. You can access it through the link in the main campaign documentation PDF. Now press the radio button and select the F10 menu to tune into the radio. You can stop it anytime you wish using the same menu.
Now I don't think we're going to do that because of copyright issues. I don't know what songs they are and all that. And I would hate for that to become an issue. What's master caution being left and right fuel low, which it very much is. But what can we do about it? I'm going to slow down to hopefully try and conserve some fuel. So we can see on the left side of the HUD here we've got vertical velocity. This is the landing mode. So we've got a vertical velocity tape. We've got our ILS markers, which is like a radio navigation back to the boat. And this one will tell us where we are in relation to where we should be vertically, and this one horizontally, and that's only for landing. So when we're landing we try and line these up with the wings, and line our E bracket, which is our speed angle of attack bracket on the HUD, up with our wings, and that should get us onto the deck. Bring our hook up because we're not going to use it at the moment. And then, so for now we're just looking at the needles, trying to get about right range and everything, and conserving fuel. I don't know why they've sent us up with almost no fuel, but you know, they did. So, it's an interesting first mission for Fear the Bones. Let's see. Is that better for you as a viewer? We'll use it for a bit, but doing an instrument, all the instrument stuff, we need to be able to see the instruments, and that doesn't work very well. So for the actual landing we'll be going without goggles. So you can see now, for the altitude that we're at and the range that we're at, which is 21 miles, we're pretty much on the glide slope. So this bar is pretty much on the wings, which is probably not a coincidence why we've got out here, but so we're 24 miles out, so when we get to 24 we're going to look at the clock and then add a minute. When we get to that minute we're going to start a 2-minute turn, which is when this bar lines up with this bar, and then do that for 180 degrees into the boat, then go for a minute and continue that. So I'm hoping these videos, these streams become interesting. I might even see if I can make them into YouTube videos to chuck up on YouTube. I think I probably will. So, master caution will be bingo fuel. There's nothing we can do about that. Sure, they know we're pretty low fuel. missed the timing and stuff, but we're starting a 2-minute turn in. And although it's not a perfect radial, it's not a perfect approach and everything, it should hopefully be good enough to get us on the deck, which is really what I'm after. Nothing more than really the basics. You enjoying it at all? I'm hoping this stream's going alright. Was 2 people on, now there's 1. Probably need to turn around soonish. Not quite at 24 miles. Hope they let us on board soon. We got about 1,400 pounds of fuel before we flame out. And we're doing 2,800 an hour or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try and put this up as a video on YouTube, so is it right to talk to the imaginary chat? Yeah, I think there was viewers as 2 before. But, like, not that long ago, so it might have been you and someone, or... I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and if people want to watch, then I'll be happy. It's a lot of messages that I don't understand. Also, is my mic too loud? I think it is. Try doing that. Come on. I want to get aboard. I don't have much fuel. Turn the game volume down a bit. Okay, is that better? Is that any better? I'm just sort of going off what the bars are saying, so... Oh. Okay, I don't have that set. Yeah, we'll do this turn for a little bit longer, or do this straight away for a bit. And do another turn in. A bit more down. Okay, that's -5. Wait till we get in a dogfight, and you want to hear Jester as well. So, and yeah, on landing, Jester will be yelling at us because landing's never good enough for Jester. Although he's funny sometimes. I've heard some funny quotes out of him. What is that? Is that an octopus or something? Let's just check. Are they going to want us to go up and do a night refuel? There is a tanker. It's to the north though, so they're way away. Let's hope they don't want us to do a night refuel in a Tomcat. Or I might have missed something. I don't know, I think it's scripted well enough that if I miss something it'd yell at me. Yeah, you can't easily do a flame-out landing at sea. Where's the closest airfield? I'll cheat and use this map. Okay, the closest airfield I could maybe make it there with a full tank of fuel. Oh, why are you out here? You should not be... No, that's not right. Okay, we'll start another turn out. So I'm looking at the turn coordinator to get the top square lined up with the other one, which is a standard rate turn of 2 minutes. So we're a little low, so we'll bring it up a bit. I need some ideas for a like profile picture and stuff, some branding. I wouldn't even know how to start though, so you know. Anyone that ever watches this has got any ideas, please let me know. Although I don't know how many people will end up watching it, but that's okay. Any help would be appreciated. I was just gonna get a photo of a Tomcat, but I'm like, nah, that's too boring. Too predictable. And I don't want to just fly Tomcats. So much for my standard rate turn. Okay. Well, a little bit over 2.5. So. Wonder what they'd say if I was to just land anyway. Although from the sounds of things there's a fouled deck. So yeah, if you're happy to draw up some designs, I certainly won't say no. Do it, I'll probably end up smashing into the back of someone and making it hard for anyone else. And I want to actually like successfully complete this campaign, because I think that'd be a fun thing to do between stream and YouTube, is actually complete a campaign. Do another turn in. Yeah, you'll see chaos in the later missions that aren't a night carrier qualification. And there's a good chance you'll actually see some chaos here because, you know, night and carriers. The US is the only Air Force stupid, or the only Navy stupid enough to try and land planes on a boat in the ocean at night. So, you know, me with a whole no training, very few night landings, not all that many carrier landings. This is gonna go great. Actually, we've got autopilot that'll do the landing for us if I set it up. What do you reckon? Should I set up the cheaty autopilot? I'll have to go in and find some switches for the autopilot because I'm not going to be able to look down for them. So, chuck the normal autopilot on. ACL. Autopilot vector ACL. We will chuck that there. Actually, we'll toggle it. And then APC, no. Auto throttle we'll chuck on there. Okay. Now I'll be able to land on the boat, because I won't be the one landing it. Why are you on volume? Actually, I wonder if that other viewer that you see is my phone. I think it probably is. Yay! Nice and alone. That's right, someone will eventually find it. Hopefully, maybe. What, should I just get up a million Chrome tabs or just Twitch and make up 1,000 different emails for YouTube so I can have 1,000 subscribers? Don't know how well that's gonna go down. Plus, who would check all their inboxes? I've got enough email inboxes to check. I don't need any more. £1,300. We have 900 pounds of fuel before our engines flame out. Drop the hook, because we're going to need it hopefully soon. Yes, that's our fuel flow. 1,000 pounds, or 1 and a bit thousand pounds per hour per engine. And we've got 900 pounds of usable fuel. Yeah, we may as well start shoving Doritos into fuel tanks. Like, they do burn, so they're a reasonable energy source for their mass. Actually pretty good at like starting stoves and fires and stuff. They do have a few chemicals in them, yes. However, they're quite yummy, so don't get upset at the Doritos. Is it annoying for you when the screen just suddenly goes black because I'm looking sideways? Like, is it making people motion sick? Say people. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can... I've got to be able to look around, so that's just like a head tracking that I've got. But because my stream is on one side. I keep going to look at the stream, and of course the head tracking does its thing. So that's me looking at the stream, and it's looking over my back shoulder. That's right, it's really good in, I've just got a space game, and you can make the spacecraft roll, and then stop the spacecraft rolling, and then continue rolling your head. It's like fully motion sickness inducing. Do you think it's broken? I don't think it would be, because it's meant to be a proper campaign that a lot of people use, but... Well, the fact that we've been out here for a while, waiting for them to clear the deck, going very low on fuel, and waiting for them to tell us to do something. I can do this. If I do this... So that's the front radio, 242. So if I tell the guy in the back to select channel 18.
Okay.
That way I can listen to both. Oh. And then I'm going to change to channel 9. I'd rather me be on... Okay, I'm going to change him to radio 19. Apologies, I'm sort of trying to figure this out.
Alrighty. Yes, sir.
So out of the two radios that they're trying to talk to us on, I'm going to get the guy in the back, who's, you can't see, but is sitting behind me. Get him on one, and get me on the other. We'll start another turn. Burn some more gas. It's not like it costs anyone anything or anything. So, unfortunately the things are measured in pounds, but we've got about half a ton of gas left. In fact, almost exactly half a ton of gas left. Well, it's liquid, but you know. And of that, we can use down to 400 pounds, so we can use about a quarter of a ton of fuel still. Which sounds like a lot when I say it like that, but considering we take off with 10 ton, is almost nothing. Hence why we're doing what's called max fuel conserve. So there's a few more tricks they can use in the real world, but DCS doesn't model circuit breakers in a lot of aircraft, unfortunately. And I can't tell Jester, the guy in the back, to pull the circuit breakers. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to pause my head tracking. So, doesn't look like I can. Unpause the head tracking. 1,000 pounds, yeah! I think if I get to 500 pounds of fuel, well actually 500 is almost flame out. Do you reckon I should just go in now? I'm thinking I sort of have to go in now, or I'm only going to get another few circles here before I have to. And if I miss the wires, then very much badness is going to happen. Okay. We'll make this turn in. Okay, hook down. So what I'll be watching to begin with is this range here. You can see it here, you can see it in these vertical windows. When it gets to about 10 miles, then I'm going to start dropping the gear and the flaps. And then at 6 miles, I want to be about 150 knots, ideally on the glide slope and localizer, which is these thingies on the thingy. In fact, I'm going to start getting onto glide slope now. Gauge the autopilot. Oh, that's the thing. So ACL is on, so that's the autopilot for the carrier landing. And then once we get the gear and the flaps down, yes, the thingy on the thingy. Once we get the flaps down, we'll turn on the automatic throttles, which will put the other thingy on the other thingy, or this E bracket, which is an indication of our speed versus how fast we're falling, essentially, or sort of. It's an indication of where we're going versus where the wind is hitting our aircraft. It's also here, it's called angle of attack. We're on at about 15 units, which is this big bar, which is when that E bracket is directly on our wings. So we'll need to slow down, but to get that to go properly, well, actually I think we'll be able to do it without flaps at this fuel state, which is kind of disturbing, but anyway. Yeah, we need to get our flaps, gear and flaps down, which I just decided to chuck down, because I can. So we'll trim the aircraft out, and auto throttles engaging. Now I'm just flying with the stick, and I'm going to fly the needles. Okay, checking gear is down, flaps are down, hook is down. And then, so we're way high. That's the other thing, we've got thingies on the wings, which I can do that with. And yes, I know we're going very much down. Well, I'm not in control of the throttle. The computer is controlling the throttle now. That's what I did. I told the computer it's in charge of the throttle. And it's just going to try and get the throttle so that the E bracket is on the HUD, on the wings. Yeah. We don't have a need for speed just yet. You know, we're landing. We don't feel the need at this point in time. Somewhere out there is a little green laser. Should be almost... There it is. See that little green laser? That's the back of the deck of the ship. And that green laser is telling us we have to come... we're too far to the right of the ship, so we need to come to the left, which is also what the vertical line on the HUD is saying. And the horizontal line is saying that we're too low, so we need to add a little bit of up into it, go up faster. And if the radar altimeter starts beeping at us, which is this thing, and it bounces radio waves over the ground, if it starts beeping at us, we're way low, and we probably won't survive. Because I'd need to go into a lot of power, and then we'd run out of fuel. Yeah, not yay. So we're going to try and keep high. The other way you can tell the angle of attack is the lights that are coming up here. Green means we need to add power, red means we've got too much power, and orange donut is we're on the donut, on the money. So we're going quite slow. We're going about 120 knots, which makes sense because that's pretty much the slowest we can go. Our engines are consuming a unnervingly large amount of fuel. And we are 18 miles from the boat. I'm gonna say gear up, flaps up. Give me back control of the throttle. So, no, the guy that's sitting in the back seat, which is just a computer, they don't actually have any flight controls. They just operate the radar, which you'll see on later lesson or later videos. For now, I just had the autopilot running the thing, but because we had our nose up high and we were going slow, we had to use more power to stop us from falling out of the sky, essentially, which means more fuel burn, which means bad. So max conserve is when the speed is about 200 knots, which you can see the speed's either this bit or the inside bit, and then Mach, which is compared to the speed of sound, is the outside bit for the rest of the dial. I hope I will land. I think I can, I think I can. That's how it works, isn't it? It's pretty much at this point in time a matter of whether they've got the deck clear so I actually can physically land, or whether I just smash into someone. So see how that green light's turned yellow? That means that we're in the middle of the left and right lineup, which is also what the ILS beam is saying. Now we're red, so we're too far left. Now I'm going to try not to smash into someone, thank you very much. And we're very high, so we're going to come down. We can do that to make us come down more. Yeah, we'll blow people up later. Trust me, this thing can carry Phoenixes. We're blowing people up. That's the best bit about the Tomcat. Just gotta pass this mission first. So, fly the needles. 9 miles. Now I'm gonna drop gear again. Well, they're Russians from the Cold War. I guess we can call them names if we want to label them. I don't know if it's a good idea to call them names if we're going to broadcast it though. I can think of one name that I would like to call them, but again, I don't think it's best to put it on the internet. But I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. So we're going to chuck the auto throttle on. Going to see if the autopilot will take over control on it from us yet. Range 6 miles. So we're a little fast. Going to deploy a little bit of speed brake. And bring it back in because we need landing check. Flaps, gear, hook. All the important things. Oh, data link, set host. Yes. Pretty sure you were right. I think that's flying automatically. No, must not be because. So this AP ref light should go off when the autopilot's on, and we'll get more lights up the top. So actually I'm going to change those over. Okay, so that's good. That means that we're actually getting the commands from the carrier. So the way this works, they essentially use their radar to track where we are and to tell us, or to tell the computer where it needs to fly to... Okay, so we've got all the lines, all the lights. Okay, so I'm not in control. Going to check the throttles are in auto mode. Master caution. We're at 400 pounds of fuel. We're about to flame out. We have one pass, and even that's iffy pass. Oh, this is going to be a low fuel landing. I'm going to say it's definitely broken, because if it had us stay out there for any more time... Well, let's hope we're not going to crash, but that is the likely outcome, unfortunately. So that floss is just an overlay for a meatball, which is essentially the same as this glide slope indicator. You can probably hear the engines ramping. Yes, meatball. So it's a bunch of lights on the side of the ship. So see those green lights? See our engine RPM? I mean, what engine RPM? Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, our engines flamed out, so we had no fuel. The meatball, let's go have a look at the boat, and I'll show you what this meatball is. So see... nope, they've turned it off. There's a set of lights over...
When you hear the sound, it means the mission has been successfully completed and it's now safe to quit and move on to the next one. In most missions, this doesn't happen after landing, but before flying back to the carrier. If you quit right away, you don't lose any points, but you may miss out on some fun events. It's up to you, but why not make the most out of something you've already paid for? This concludes the intro mission. If anything is unclear or you get stuck, contact me on the forums or on Facebook. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Have fun and good luck. You'll be needing it.
Yeah, seems like it. So apparently we succeeded in carrier landings despite not actually landing on the carrier. But so that the meatball is a bunch of lights there, and one set of lights moves in relation to the other set, and it tells you if you're high or low. And then the light that we were seeing, the green and red one, oh yeah, there you can see it now. So there's a laser built into the back of the ship. Let's see if I can... So that laser is color-coded in different areas. So if it's yellow, it means you're lined up perfectly down the middle, which you want to be, so you don't smash into the other planes. And then if it's red, you're too far this way, and if it's green, you're too far this way. So we're going to quit this one, because this was a suboptimal mission ending, shall we say. And mission. Success! Score 100%. Totally did not die or anything. Let's go mission 2. So, this is earlier. Ah, okay, we don't need to fly it. So this is just like an intro. Okay. Oh, I guess we can talk for a bit or something. Gonna pause my head tracking centered so I can... This is interesting. Oh, pretty.
Captain on the bridge.
Good morning, gentlemen. Carry on.
Logos in there. Ah, something.
Anybody tell me what that piece of land is dead ahead?
Sure. I believe that's the coast of the Soviet Union.
Are you out of your minds? We're within 50 miles
This
or
is a
less.
good
You
start.
Want to start a fucking war? Hard abort 260.
They don't even know where they are.
260, aye, sir.
Yes, one of the two. I don't even have any idea when it comes to logos.
Sir, we have 2 surface contacts approaching.
Realistic.
310
Try
for
that.
20.
All ahead full. Sound general quarters.
Let's see if
All ahead full. Aye.
Yes, that's the only thing I know about logos.
General quarters, on hands, main battle stations.
So I don't actually... They should be coming from that away, I believe. Yeah, the music's interesting. Hope it's not copyrighted. Okay, see ya.
Sir, we have another contact. 335 for 8. Looks like a sub.
God damn it. Hard to starboard.
Whoa!
Aye, hard to stop.
Well, that was interesting. And unexpected. Although sort of not, because they told us this was going to happen. And they were very close to Russia. So, let's do this. And mission. Apparently we succeeded in that one. Don't really know how you'd fail it. Okay, so we got another briefing to read through. Collided with a Russian fishing boat. Yeah, sure. So, early morning, just before 7 o'clock. Great, that'll be fun. Angel's 22, so 22,000 feet. So we've got another hour-long mission. Yeah, we can probably fit in. Actually, I'm gonna have to have lunch, but we will have a look at this at least. So, okay. That's and yep, that's all that. So, looks like the stream's probably going to end here anyway. So, thanks for whoever joined, and I'll be back soonish.